Hi there, welcome to the Quarter to Three live stream of Cold Waters by me, Tom Chick. This is the winner of Request Wednesday. It is a submarine sim from the folks at Killerfish, as you can see from the bottom of the screen there. They did Atlantic Fleet, which was a representation of World War II naval warfare, uh, less simmy and more kind of mini-gamey. Is that an accurate representation of that? It was pretty good. It had a cool campaign mode. Each of the mini games kind of felt distinct. You would dive bomb ships. You would, of course, fire rounds from your battleship. What else would you do in that? I think you had submarines in there. This is not that. There's hardly a mini game to be found here. This is very much in the tradition of those old submarine sims from the olden days. Red Storm Rising being one of the early ones. And what we're going to look at today, I don't know that I'm going to be able to effectively show you very much because this is the winner of Request Wednesday. I'm not super prepared. I ran through these little training missions, which are basically just interface things, like click this to do that, click that to do this, and so forth. What we're going to do, these single missions, these are never, you know, like this one, what is this, duel? Fight a one-on-one duel with an enemy. SS stands for nuclear submarine. Does it vary what the submarine is? I don't know. Like, is this just one canned mission where you square off against a? I'm going to pretend I know a lot about submarines and name the name of a Russian sub, where you square off against a Victor 2. Is it that every time you play? Look at these. I love this little Jane's fighting ships porn. Or some of the really cool looking Soviet ones. This is the weird thing about submarines. So this is an old diesel engine electric motor submarine. You would think, oh, that's obsolete. You would never use that. These are quieter than nuclear submarines. It's this weird irony is that the early technology is harder to find than the later technology. Look at this funky looking guy. Oh yeah, thank you guys. I always forget this. You can find me on Twitter at QT3. And I've got a Patreon campaign at patreon.com/TomChick. I'd be much obliged if you'd check that out. Whoa, this submarine works for the Umbrella Corporation. Yep, the Resident Evil submarine. Don't get on this submarine. It has the T virus. Oh, now we're talking ships. Yeah, look at that. Now, why do you need a runway if you're just going to park helicopters there, right? Get the helicopters out of the way so these things can take off. What are those? MiG-25? Whatever. Actually, what are those? Those are Mirages, aren't they? That can't be right. I'm going to say that's a Frogfoot. MiG-25 Frogfoot. I don't know. Are these Mi-8 hit? No, I don't. You know, let's find out. Because if you go over here, you're eventually going to start hitting, because you fight helicopters and bombers in this game. You don't fight them, but they drop sonobuoys and torpedoes on you, which is really rude. Oh, look! You can fight a whale. You can fight a humpback or a blue whale. Which has more hit points? You guys know the answer to that, right? Obviously, the blue whale. It's way bigger. Oh, look here. 170 tons. Each ton's probably worth like one hit dice. What is it? One 10-sided hit dice. Whereas this, only 36 tons. No giant squids in here. Oh, there we go. A helix. Okay, K-27 helix. Oh, wait a minute. A helix, a hormone. It's a terrible name for a helicopter. I feel like they're punking the Soviets by giving their airplanes dumb names. Frogfoot. Hormone. Bear. That's not a dumb name. Oh, look at all these torpedo models. All right, anyway, so one of the reasons I wanted to show you this is because it is like you're fighting. So it has helpful information about what a sub is. Like, okay, like a Charlie, what does that do? Okay, it's a cruise missile sub. Here's the kind of sensors it's got. Here's some notes. I can read. I know what kind of weapons it's got. But what I don't know, I guess I'd have to go set 65. Is that like an old-fashioned, just hands off? Yeah, set 65. Electric dual purpose with acoustic guidance. The range of the homing. So no, it is a homing torpedo. It's not just a dumbfire torpedo. So you might want to look at some of this stuff while you're playing because you want to know if you detect a Charlie class submarine, you want to know that it's going to have guided torpedoes. Whereas maybe some of these older ones, well, at any rate, you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Now, the deal is, though, once you're in the game, you have no access to this stuff. You are 189% locked out of this reference material. So, haha, which is a huge pain in the butt. All right, we're going to do the campaign because I don't want to just replay these single missions. Like, maybe there is some randomness in them. Yeah, you're always sinking the same ship there. Locate and sink any ballistic nuclear missile submarine. Okay, so it's you up against a bunch of. All right, I don't know if there's randomness there, but in addition to randomness, I know there's context in the campaign. So let's play a campaign. We could do 84 or 68. Now I'm guessing, I don't have to guess, I know. We're going to have limited homing capabilities in 1968. It's harder to hit things in 1968 because you have to aim better. In 1984, you just let fly and then the torpedo will find what it needs to hit. So let's play 84. All right. Yep, of course this is correct. Commander's name, they got that right. As your save file. It does, you can toggle on and off an Iron Man mode, which I'm pretty sure I have on. I mean, I don't know why you'd ever play and reload a game like this. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe you're trying to. I don't know why people do that. If you play through the campaign and you get killed, you've lost. You're done. Don't back up and reload. It's cheating. Let's see. Do we want a Los Angeles class? Oh, I could just hit random. If I was a game designer, I would make it where when you play the campaign, it does evaluate you. I think every time you go into port, like, hey, how many ships have you sunk? How well are you doing? I would save that as a score at the end of the campaign. I would include it on a high score list accessible from the main menu, and I would give you a score multiplier if you clicked random instead of just picking, which is what I think we're going to do, the best submarine. How do we? I think we'll just look at. Is there a years in service? In service since 76, in service since 67, in service since 67, since 61, 59, 76. All right, we're going with this Los Angeles class. Isn't this the one in that Gene Hackman movie, K9, where he fights Denzel Washington? Is this also the submarine that crashes in the beginning of the abyss? I think that's my theory. All right, we're going to take this. What is it? Well, we'll get to a loadout screen in a minute here. Here's our orders. We've just received them by teletype machine. We're assigned command, right? Okay, it's the Phoenix. Uh-oh. You generally don't want to name yourself after something that is notable for details pertaining to its demise. That's what's happened here. All right, let's go. MIG-UK, Miguk, or is that like a British MiG? Says that Crimson Tide, it was a ballistic missile sub. Can you guys tell I just unplugged my headphones? All right. Look, it's Reagan. Aw. Remember? Remember those days? Remember when Republican wasn't a synonym for lunatic? Man, I miss that. Okay, so the way the campaign works is it's not like a map. Well, there is a map. You'll see that in a minute. There are events. And you, based on your performance when it comes time to fight other submarines and get attacked by bombers and whatnot. You somehow influence the events. So here's our first event. What will Reagan mean? Okay, so President-elect Reagan has begun his term. Right, good. He's regarded with suspicion in the Kremlin. Okay, so there we go. I'm reading news. Okay, here's another event. Oh no. Leonid Brezhnev's legacy, stagnation and paranoia. I can think of other politicians these days to whom this legacy might be attributed, but we won't know for some years now. Let's see. The death of Brezhnev is sure to result in considerable debate within the Kremlin. Right. Okay. Unnamed Politburo. So, okay. Right. So I think this is just setting the stage. These don't seem like events so far as premises. Provoking the bear. Is Reagan pushing too hard? With the recent announcement of the Strategic Defense Initiative, isn't that Star Wars? SDI is that Star Wars nonsense, right? Several independent political and security analysts are expressing a growing concern the Reagan administration may be pushing the Soviets too hard. Uh-oh, are the Soviets going to erupt? Will they react? Is the Cold War going to turn hot? Up, KAL 007. Oh, whoops, yeah. Oh, yeah, that is it. Do they say? Did I just make that up? Korean Airlines was Flight 007, right? All right, so I remember I worked at a newspaper. Do you guys know what newspapers are? We used to have these things called newspapers. And one of the things they would have in a newspaper is a thing called a copy boy. And it was basically a guy who would just shuffle. The writers sit at their desks and they write these stories, and then they hand you the story. They hand the story to the copy boy, and the copy boy just carries it down to the layout guys in the basement where they got all the printing presses. It's kind of an internship as well. I worked as a copy boy at the Arkansas Gazette, and I remember coming in the day that Korean Airlines was shot down by the Russians, and a guy there at the desk named Gerald Kuntz telling me, and this freaked me the heck out, saying, "Okay, you're about to get drafted." I didn't, of course, unfortunately. Pershing missiles deployed in West. So far, all of this is stuff that actually happened. I don't see where I'm going to be changing this. Soviets thought nuclear able archer was real. Okay. Yeah, there is lore left empty. Lots of lore here. All right. The Soviets freaked out about exercises. Is that right? Okay. Strained diplomatic relations between the U.S. and Soviet Union. All right. You know, one way to get past strained diplomatic relationships with the Soviet Union, we're seeing that right now. Just let them run the whole thing. Oh, this looks like oh, here we go. Reds attack, war declared. This is if Gerald Kuntz had showed me this headline, then I would have been even more freaked out. Wasn't there a congressman on Korean Airlines Flight 007? I think there was. All right. Soviet infantry supported by armored. The Fulda Gap. If you're my age, you know what a Fulda Gap is. If you're into war games and you're my age. All right, so a surprise attack. Yeah, it wasn't a surprise. We knew they'd come up through the Fulda Gap. Initial negotiation attempts rapidly broke down. Uh-oh. Military forces fully mobilized. Guess what that means? That means Commander Sarah Palin is about to set sail in the USS Phoenix. All right, so here we go from Komsoblant. Let me see, that must be Commanding Force of Submarine Elves in the Atlantic. I don't know, whatever. Who knows what the military is thinking with all of these little acronyms and abbreviations. And yes, Sinklant Flut. Commander-in-Chief, Left Ant Flut, whatever. We don't have to know this stuff. We have to know this stuff. All enemy cruise missile an enemy cruise missile submarine is transiting southward. Yep, it's transiting in the Norwegian Sea towards the North Atlantic convoy routes. You must sink it. This sub is believed to be a diesel-electric Juliet class. Good. As soon as the mission starts, we're going to open our reference book and we're going to flip to the page in Jane's Fighting Ships for the Juliet class diesel-electric sub. That way we can find out more information about it. It may have diesel attack sub-escorts. All right, so there's going to be a few of them, but we're wanting to kill this one. Locate and sink the enemy cruise missile submarine. All right, no secondary objectives, so this should be easy. Avoid detection by enemy anti-submarine warfare patrols. Weapons free means we don't have to pay for them. We just take whatever we want, right? We're not spending any of our experience points, any of our space bucks, any of our gold. None of that is spent on weapons. We get them free. Because look at this. All of these are free. There's no cost listed because they're free. We're not damaged. What do we want preloaded in the tubes? So the Mark 48 is the wire-guided torpedo, right? Yeah, there's no reason you just have the dumbfire torpedoes in 1984. That's ridiculous. Okay, so here we go. Anchors away. Oh, look, a map. All right, so if I hold down left click, I'm sailing my submarine down here. If I hold down right click, I'm quietly sailing it. So this little wall here is a sonar. What is it? Sonia sub. Anyway, it's a bunch of sonar tracking devices. This is called the GI-UK gap because it's Greenland, Iceland, the UK. And the Soviets would have to get through it to get out in the Atlantic. Oh, look, there's a tank in East Germany. This is a Fulda gap going on down here. All right. Oh, is this our target? Okay, let's head over here. I'm going to go fast. When do I need to go slow? Left click moves you fast. Right click moves you slow. We can just park. Let's sort of scoot. Oh, we don't want this. Is probably like hunting us. Whoa. Okay, what's going on? Oh, just an event. I thought there was going to be combat. No combat yet. Just an event. West Germany is closer to defeat. All right, that's not good. The war is insofar of an even outcome. What? Assessments suggest that the war is insofar of an even outcome. That can't be correct. Someone run that through Microsoft Doc, through the little word checker. Naval forces in the Atlantic strive for control. That's me. I'm naval forces in the Atlantic. In what appears to be a constant back and forth swinging battle. We're having a swinging battle. All right, here we go. That was just an event. Let's get back to the business at hand. Yeah, this must be what we're looking for. This guy. Ah! This ship is coming after me. I'm going to run. Okay, I'm going to slow down. So when it's bright, we have a contact with it. You can see those are our little supply or our little recon planes flying around. Slow down. Oh my God, jerk. I'm trying to catch this guy. All right, well, we'll just tail it. I think we're also supposed to have like satellite recon. All right, I'm just moving slowly. Huh, they're not there anymore. Did I just blow it? Well, did I fail? Oh, there's another. Oh, no, I think it's just an event. Norway under siege. Huh. Warsaw Pact and Air Force units have moved into Norway. Right, okay. In this week's edition of the International Defense Journal, General McGillan, USAREUER, retired. Okay, right. So he's just writing some editorial. The war at sea remains unsettled as both sides maintain maritime presence in important areas. Again, they're talking about me. All right, so I guess that sub got away. Do we go look for this one? Actually, no, I think I'm screwing something up here. This is just a stat screen where you can pause, because time is always going to that other screen. If you just don't click and drag your submarine's destination somewhere, you're just parked somewhere waiting for something to come to you. This pauses the game. There's a different icon for cruise missile submarines and attack submarines, if I'm not mistaken, on the campaign map. Oh, no, not at all. I was thinking this thing with the boom or whatever in the back, that was a cruise missile submarine. There was a different icon for attack submarines. But how would they know? That's not something really that we would have intel on. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's see if, I'm just going to right click. Let's see if we can track down these guys. You know what? I'm going to go fast. the parameters of the randomly, I don't know about randomly, procedurally generated mission are based on things like how quickly you're going, where you are. West Germany, all right. I guess we're never going to get an Angela Merkel. I know you're supposed to say Angela, but that's ridiculous. Oh, here's one. I don't, get away, ships. Uh-oh. All right. In the vicinity of the Norwegian Sea at 0500 hours, December 11th, so, not Christmas yet. We have a new sonar contact, bearing 45 degrees, designated Sierra 1. The designation Sierra means sonar, Romeo is a radar contact. What are the other ones? There's an ESM passive thing, and those contacts are called Echo. All right, so 45 degrees off. We are at 250 feet. Okay, good. We are heading away from it at 10 knots. Thermal layer at 212. Strong surface duct. I'm not sure about what the significance is of these. The reference manual has a bunch of good stuff about how sonar works, like how sound propagates underwater and all that stuff. You imagine a lot of people just get past that, but I like that kind of stuff. All right, so status report, we just look at whether we're damaged, what kind of stores we have left, review orders, we saw that. So let's man battle stations. You can set this to try to get closer. I'm not sure why you wouldn't do that manually, though, just to be super careful. Maybe you're in a hurry. Maybe you're playing this at your lunch hour and you don't have time to actually sail up to your target. All right, here we go. We're hitting battle stations. So this is cold waters. Okay, so the contact, and if I hit, so I can, here's my mini map. There's going to be a lot of this. This is what you're going to be seeing a whole bunch. All right, so let's bring our nose around. You probably can't tell, but I'm giving them full left rudder orders. Here's our contact. This right here is this is the contact down here. What was that? We didn't do that. That was someone pinging us. I'm not, I didn't accidentally ping, did I? No, all right. Oh, that's okay, that's active sonar being directed towards us. All right, a krivac is a type of, hey, what is a krivac? Let's go find out by going to the references. Oh, look, you have the whole manual basically right here. That handy little reference section, nowhere to be found. If we want to know what that ship is, here's the only thing that they offer. Oops, no. Down here, you can look at what the abbreviations for different ships mean. Oops. All right, so we are weapons free, so we can sink this if we want. Since this thing is pinging us, and this right here you can match up. Did you guys play, oh shoot, what was that other submarine game? I think the developer was called Sonalists, where it was a lot of staring at what's called the waterfall, which is this, and matching up the actual profile, the sound profile of your target with a database. This is in here, but the crew can do it automatically for you. This right here is basically how powerfully we hear, and this is how powerfully they hear. For the most part, as long as these numbers are higher than these, we are invisible. All right, so I'm going to keep turning. So, I guess I can. So we are at, why is it turning towards us? We are at 95% signal quality, meaning we pretty much know what this is. I can just line these up. The crew is supposed to do this for me. I can do it to speed things up. That's not it. Actually, are we below the layer? Yeah, we're below. So here's the little thermocline, or here's where the temperature layer kind of protects us. Actually, I'm going to go to silent running. I'm just hitting Shift S. That tells everybody quit doing repairs. We weren't doing any anyway. It puts a cap on your speed. And I'm going through this little database here. Because Krivak is a type of ship, isn't it? It's obviously not the name. I don't know what the name of it is. A new sonar contact. Alright, so this looks like a fleet, maybe. Here we go. No. Lots of sonar contacts. Alright. I don't think we want to mess with these guys, because these are surface ships anyway. So I'm just going to kind of slink away. I could, if I hit escape right now, you will note I can't end the mission, which is a little tactical part of the gameplay, because vessels are nearby. If I get far enough away, I can end the mission. So this basically is a procedurally generated instance of me being hunted. That's assuming that they see me. And not necessarily a combat, because this is what you do in a submarine, is you sneak around a lot. So we just want to sort of get away from them. We're going very slowly. Here's information about us. We're going at 5 knots. If I hit, here's the release. If I hit T, it moves around to the different contacts. There's Sierra 1. We could line this up here if we wanted to try to specify what it is. Obviously, another surface ship, right? Although, I wonder... no. This. Oh, they could have submarines with them. This thing, I don't like that this thing is... Blah! What is... what is that noise? It's shooting at me. Here's me. Yeah, so they're like a little depth charges. Here's my target. F2. Oh, because... Did I accidentally surface? That can't be true. No, I'm 250 feet. What? Alright, well, we're going to go. Oh, a Krivak is a submarine, not a surface ship. See? I didn't have access to my database. And I'm damaged. Great. So if I... Right now, they're not going to repair anything because I have them on silent running. I'm actually just using the ballast to slowly descend. JC Lebedev thinks that I'm so dead. Left empty, good point. What I'm doing here, this is my tactic. I'm forcing the Russians to waste all their ammo so they have to go back to port. What? Why am I... Ah! Oh, okay. So my propulsion system is damaged, but that's okay because really I'm in no hurry to go anywhere. I'm just wanting to be super quiet. If they did have a submarine over there, which I think they did. Wait, Krivak is not... Hold on. Okay, this panel here are my contacts. Sierra 1 and 3 are not identified yet. The crew's working on that. Krivak... Oh, no, it's not. This is just me, I see. This is me matching its profile to something. Right. So, we could still do this, find out specifically what that is. Presumably, I could also know by looking at that graphic that I just saw. You know what? Why doesn't the crew do this for me? So we have here 93% signal quality, and that's like, oh, I'm still turning. 93% assurance that we know what it is. So dial that up for me, crew. Is a Krivak a type of ship? It's gotta be, right? That sounds right. Oh. No. Kirov, Kiev. It's like a missile cruiser or something. Let's see. Krivak. I mean, it's not gonna matter. Oh, wait. There we go. FFG, which I think is a guided missile frigate. Alright, well, we're super quiet listening. They are making noise. I mean, they're a big-ass surface ship anyway. Alright, so can I just lock this in? I think if I hit enter, it locks in this identification. Can I now change it? I can still change it. All right, well, we knew that. All right, let's look at the other two. So Sierra 3 and 1 are different kinds of vessels. We're still slowly descending. We're at 600, 700 feet. I guess we'll level off here. Left empty is pointing out the identification is locked in, which is why it says Krevac. Then why is it letting me do all these? This is completely superfluous at this point. So just for the heck of it, let's look. That looks correct, right? Yes. Now if I stop, do I want to stop? I think I do. Let's see. The speed, I had to take notes for all the hotkeys. There's so many hotkeys in this game. I love it. Speed down is Z, so all stop. And then you'll note the waterfall display will clear up because something called flow, which is the movement of water over our hull as we move, can mess up the sonar display, can mess up what we hear. It's extra noise. I'm going to verify that this is a straight line. Oh, look. Hello. Hi. I'm going to go ahead and ahead 1/3. And then we will turn a little bit to the right and maybe sort of creep in behind them. So I'm going to make a call here. I'm going to call this a what is a CG? Computer graphics. The cruiser? Guided missile cruiser? CG, guided missile cruiser, yes. All right, I'm going to lock this one in. So Sierra 3 is now designated a Kara class guided missile cruiser. So this information here, I think, is based on, like, it's a fixed stat based on our reference book, which I don't get to look at. Is that right? I'm not entirely sure. But at any rate, these numbers, which are not very well documented, I mean, they explain to you what it's supposed to mean, but I don't know, what is MF? VLF, very low frequency, medium frequency? Is that where in this bandwidth it sits? Oh, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Like the strength of the line? Huh, I don't know. I wish the game would tell me. All right, let's now go to Sonar Contact 1, Sierra 1. What do we have here? No. I kind of wish I could limit these by surface ship. Because we know this isn't a blue whale, for instance. Yeah, humpback whale, nope. Blue whale, nope. Okay, we've ruled those out. Alright, now we're going through submarines. I actually think we're fine. Maybe not. There is, I can speed up time, which actually right there, there's sped up time, F9. Alright, so let's continue. There we go. Ooh, is that right? So this implies, it doesn't imply, that's a match, that it is a November class nuclear submarine. But I thought it was pinging us with active sonar. Why would it do that? Should we send a torpedo over there? Alright, I'm going to lock in this classification. Here we go. Alright, high frequency, medium frequency. Yeah, so this implies that it's doing a terrible job of listening, I think. Left empty, I'm not entirely sure what you're explaining. He says -6 medium frequency passive means they don't track him passive. What? 40 medium frequency, 40 MF active means they know exactly where he is, and more worryingly, the number is climbing. How does that mean they know exactly where I am? I mean, I know it has to do with the quality of their signal strength. But why does a 40 mean they know exactly where I am? Like, that doesn't know exactly. Those are terrible numbers. Their signal strength is terrible. See, it's what it is. It's disconcerting when these don't match up, but it's still, we have identified it. So, all right. Yeah, that's overall a negative number. That's super negative. That's negative. So I'm not sure where you saw a... Oh, look, wait, let's zoom in here a little bit, see where we're moving. Frankly, there's no reason. This is the prettier screen, but this is the one that you should probably always be looking at. So whatever's pinging us, it's not... Oh, it is actively pinging. All right. Now, let's see. So it's really that submarine that I'm worried about. Can we get a fix on its bearing, its speed? We don't know its depth. Which, you know, fair enough. Let's kind of go, hang a slight left. And I'm just going to hit F9 for a little bit. You know, should I pop a torpedo over here? I'm kind of tempted. How far out is that? 3,000 yards. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, right? And we're gonna have the torpedo go active as soon as it hits this trigger point right here. Actually, what I could have done was swung it around. Well, whatever. So the Krivac now has a overall positive number, but look how Kara is doing. Oh man, the wire broke because I was turning away. Shoot a monkey. Is it still? Is it now just going ballistic? Oh, you know what? That is my fault. The wire. Great. So that's a torpedo in the water. The wire has a 60-degree arc before it'll break. Alright, I'm going to drop a decoy in a minute. Dropping a decoy. I'm going to full speed. Did we take a hit? I don't think we did. Oh, no, we hit that November. Alright, so we sank a submarine. I'm going to slow down now. So if there was if there was a torpedo in the water, it must have gone ballistic when we blew up that other submarine. Maybe it was like still on the wire. Here's a little decoy that we dropped. Why is it making a creaking sound? Oh shoot, I'm moving backwards. I'm an idiot. What are all these sound effects? Oh, what is that? F3 is a torpedoes in the water. Okay, let's see where it is. Oh, the Krivac launched a torpedo. What's the best way? I think we want to stand sideways of the torpedo to narrow down, you know, to give it a smaller target. Alright, I'm actually going to dive. I mean, it's presumably going to hit this little decoy here. Zoomed in as close as I can be. Okay, those are the little depth charge things, I think, being fired. Here comes the torpedo. So this might be... why is it going over that way? I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm actually quite happy with that. That red line was an active sonar ping from a torpedo. The yellow lines are sonar pings from vessels. So I wonder if it's like a circular search pattern. This looks like, yeah, so it's got to be like a circular search pattern, and it doesn't have us. I think we're okay with that. Left Empty says, it sounds like something is flooding. No, flooding would show up here. And flooding would be really bad news because the deeper you are, the more extreme the flooding. Like, depth exacerbates flooding. Oh, someone repaired our propulsion. Thank you. I thought we were silent running. I'm going to hit Control S to make sure we're silent running again. I think he's just firing blindly. I don't feel like it's hitting anywhere around us. Oh, no, here we go. Yep, looks like right on top of us. Oh, no. Ah, that one hurt. Now we have flooding. How did he know we were here? That is so rude. All right, look how quick the flooding is happening. We're definitely going to have to surface, giving us... whoops, what am I doing? Ahead 2/3. I am... moving the dive planes up. I am adding ballast. No, shoot, I keep messing up the controls. That's speed. Oh, good lord, at least I'm not cavitating. Ahead 2/3. This is ballast. I'm pressing the wrong button. Alright, what we're going to try to do, and we are ascending. What we're going to try to do is nestle up against this duct. And is that a torpedo in the water? I hit F3. That's the one doing the circles. All right, so that guy is, he's not an issue right at this point. Took damage to a torpedo tube, that's okay. Looks like the flooding is going down. If I hit Shift Backspace, it'll lock the mini-map on me. Oh, this is... I know what's happening. This is the event camera. Now, it's assuming, too, I've forgotten what kind of ship that is, so it's not showing me the ship graphic. Actually, the reason it's not showing me the ship graphic is the signal quality it has degraded. Like, I no longer I think I got this up to like 95%. So if the signal quality is low, it's actually a game setting, it doesn't show you a graphic. And that's a game setting. Oh shoot, I went above the... Ah! Oh, we're cavitating. Dagnabbit. Dive planes other direction. Dive planes down. Oh, good lord. We're at 57 feet. Hurry. 48 feet. Okay, good. JC Lebedev thinks that I should surrender. No way. Actually, should we stay on top of the layer? I'm just going to level out. So let's see. The layer is at 212 feet. Let's sort of go down a little bit closer to the layer. 170 feet. 190 feet, I'm going to tell everything to level out. 190. Alright, level out. And are we still descending? We ducked just below the thermocline there. I'm okay with that. So I think we want to be below it because its sonar sound passing through that layer of cold and hot water gets distorted. So we want to be on the other side of that from that sonar that he's pinging us with. Okay, we're moving ahead at 2 knots. I don't think anything substantial is damaged. Oh, yeah, this tube is damaged. Does pumps... Is that slightly bold-faced? Does that kind of mean pumps are damaged? Oh, hull 44%. That's not good. JC Lebedev says maybe head for the bottom and run away. Where is the bottom here? The bottom is well below our crush depth. So F1 is us. F2 is targets, which we don't have enough signal quality. Actually, what does SOL stand for? Besides the usual. Let's see, is it under weapons? Solution, I think. Is it target solution? It can't be right. Maybe it is solution, because signal is SIG. Because here, like here's our signal strength, SNS is signal strength also. Comparative, alright, whatever. At any rate, I think we're okay. You have to talk very quietly. Alright, I'm gonna do something that might be a little reckless. I'm gonna hit F9. Okay, I'm gonna hit F9. Oh, that red, that's just that's that stray torpedo using a circular search pattern over there. The yellow pings are the ones that are more concerning. Like, this is not going to pick us up. That thing's a done deal. Okay, this is me at the highest acceleration speed. Yeah, so according to Left Empty, this means they know exactly where I am. Good. What? Huh. Was that a flooding thing? I just disintegrated. Did I hit something? Wait. What the game tells you is when the HUD goes away, you have died. I think that's me down there. No, F1. Yeah, I seem to be an empty spot. Where's... Shoot. Yeah, I'm just a patch of empty water. These little... What is that down there? Is that me? I guess that's me dead. Oh, I'd hit 1,000 feet. Why did you guys tell me that I was descending? I thought I was like nestled up against the layer at 212 feet. So you can sit here all day. The scenario won't end. Hey! Jerks. They had a torpedo, I mean a helicopter probably dropping sonobuoys. Is that a hormone or a helix? Let's check the reference book. Oh, we can't. If he had been dropping sonobuoys, I think those read super loud and clear on the map. Alright, so now what do we do? Well, we hit escape, and we leave combat. After action report. Yeah, we sunk in November, so at least, you know, I think that was a fair and equitable trade. We sank one of theirs, they sank one of ours. That's how war works. And Akara is the name of a Korean girl band. They're really awesome. Those got away. Lost with all hands. Huh, well, let's check my score. Yep, somebody dropped some flowers in the water for me. Yeah, we made the news. It's good to know. Oh, defeat in Europe. Warsaw Pact forces continue to drive back NATO. Yeah, okay, because I got sunk. Europe is lost. Now what is it going to tell? Oh, these are... Oh. Is the campaign go on without me? The UK has been blockaded. All right, well, they've dealt with that before. Uh-oh. Iron Curtain draws over Europe. All of Europe, not just Eastern Europe. Let's find out. Achievements to date. Commander Sarah Palin, Days at War 6. Submarine tonnage sunk, 4,750. That is a lot. I'm super happy with that score. Little hope for you and the crew. The twisted remains of the Phoenix have come to rest on the sea floor, a lasting monument to those brave souls. But it's the Phoenix, right? So it gets a free life, doesn't it? All right, let's continue and let's check and see where that ranks on our playthroughs of the campaign. Here's credits. We don't need those. All right, let's check our high scores. Oh, we don't have any. All right, we're going to do that again. That was a test run. Yeah, we'll stick with that, Los Angeles. All right, that didn't count. Oh, beautiful. Look at that A-10 Warthog. Beautiful. Gorgeous plane. All right. We've seen all this, right? Right. Dudes arguing over a tractor, right? So I guess these are all the canned events that definitely happen. All right, we're setting out to sea. Oh, did we have orders? Yeah, orders. Intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at sea, replenishment tankers, and tenders. Oh, good. Let's go fight. I could totally fight an oil tanker. I think I would be really good at that battle. A small enemy force, including one or two of these ships, is expected to sail from Murmansk momentarily for a rendezvous somewhere in the Norwegian Sea. We're ordered to find and sink it. We may also get a chance at the enemy warships. All right, so mainly we're going for the tankers. If we manage to sink the warships that they're rendezvousing with, that's great. Weapons are free. Again, we don't have to pay for them. They're just giving us free weapons. That's awesome. All right, left clicking because can I sail through Scotland? No. All right, so all right, fine. We'll go around. What is this? Is that the Isle of Skye? Get that out of the way. All right, we are now entering the Norwegian Sea. They're coming out of Murmansk, which is somewhere way over here. Let's get about up to the letters here, and then we'll start going slowly. Oh, there we go. All right, let's go fast. Okay, there. Now we're moving slowly. Hold on a minute. Is there a different icon for... There is not. Just surface force, right? All right, here we are. Aha, they backed up. Let's just go check them out. We're just going to go take a peek. Whoa, look at all those subs. All right, fine. Yep, expected that was going to happen. Yeah, get away, submarines. Don't, it's like they're rushing me. What the heck? Sonar contact bearing 184. So, I think based on the map, like on the map we saw those those are basically intelligence reports. We saw that there were submarines headed our way, so that's one of those. So, we have a sonar, just all hands man battle stations. Do we want to... I guess we want to figure out what it is, right? All right, 184 degrees, so it's below us. Wait, why can't I zoom? Oh, lost sonar contact Sierra 1. Contact faded. Oh, well, why am I here? Let's just sit for a minute. I'm going to hit F9. Let's see, at 10 knots, let's slow down. I'm going to put my reference pad here to remind myself what the keys are. Z is slow. All right, head 130. You know what? Let's just stop and listen. We're going to stop, and I'm going to hit F9 to speed up time. Where are we in terms of... Yeah, we're below the thermocline. Is this variable? Ambient noise, 91 decibels. I wonder what that has to do with... Does that read here somewhere? I don't know. All right. All right, whoa, 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 whoa. So that was us... getting pinged? Or no, there wasn't a yellow line, was there? All right, so this is Sierra 1. Let's go ahead. See, I'd like to now just say narrow it down to submarines. We have, no, wait, dadgummit, I accidentally was pressing, okay, I turned the rudder on accident. Here we go, let's go through here. Let's get to the SS submarines, not a surface ship, surface ships, surface ships. Oh, it's gone again. Pretty sneaky. Should we turn towards it? I'm going to slowly turn. Alright, I'm hitting F9 again. Alright, we are at F9, as you can see by the little stopwatch in the upper right-hand corner. I mean, really, I'm looking for... I should just try to get away from these jokers. I'm looking for tankers. What is that? Oh. Whoa, wait a minute. When did this happen? Could someone on the crew please notify me? Alright, so a Romeo. Let's now go to the references and check out what a Romeo is. Oh. Huh, we can't, because we can't get to the references. That's really annoying. They put it in the game and then take it away from you when you would want to use it. So actually, should we just pop off a torpedo at it? I mean... Right? That's what they're for. Let's do it. We're going to tell the torpedo to go active when it hits its little engage point. Alright. We're going to continue hard left. So it either went active with its... Yeah, so it's turning on its sonar. Which, why would you do that? The Russians basically had better active detection, whereas we had better passive detection. So, when you're playing Russia, you gotta turn your sonar on from time to time. You can't play the Russian subs in this game, by the way, in case you're wondering. Romeo is a class of sub, J.C. Lebedev says. Yeah, so previously what I was doing is I had my little laptop open with Wikipedia. I was just Googling the names of these. J.C. Lebedev says it's an old-ass diesel boat from the 60s, maybe even the 50s. Okay, so when this... Actually, let's drag the waypoint out a little bit. No! Dadgummit! I didn't get it in time. That's okay, actually. You know, I didn't... This is exactly what I want. So this is our... torpedo pinging. We told it to go active. Shoot, is this... these three things are the settings. I think it... Did I tell it to move to the surface? It's dropping a sonar... a decoy. Now this is on a wire. I can steer it, right? Yeah, it's still on a wire. How do I steer it? Oh, keypad. Dagnabbit, did I just... Okay, there. I'm actually driving this torpedo right now. Steering it. We're moving it past that decoy, and here we go. Now, congratulations, Commander Sarah Palin has just sunk the submarine. Yeah, left empty. I mentioned that before. So if a contact is listed as Sierra, that means it's a sonar contact. Echo is this ESM, which is a passive radar receiver contact. Romeo is a radar contact. There's something, is it Mike? There's like a master contact when you confirmed it by two different sensors. I think that might be called a mic. What is all the noise, by the way? I'm not moving. Oh, I guess I had... Oh, there we go. Look. Aw, poor guy. Ouch. One problem I had... One thing I wish that this game had done, it's a smaller... Killerfish is a smaller studio. I would have loved to have seen more... Yeah, look, Umbrella Corporation was running this submarine. Here we are battling Resident Evil. Oh, look, it's about to hit the bottom. The damage modeling visually is really disappointing here. It just adds a little gash mark to it. Seems like there's only a few of these. When you sink a surface ship, the model just kind of tilts and moves down. Like there's no... They don't break apart. During the tutorials, you're sinking a lot of ships that have like troop carriers and trucks on the deck. Those don't slide off. Alright, that's where you get to live. Haha. Alright, I'm hitting escape. We can leave combat. Here we go. It's going on my permanent record. Alright. excellent initiative. However, this is not your mission target. It's not a reprimand, is it? I mean, I know, but they pinged me first. They're the ones that pulled me into tactical combat, boss. Oh, ah! See, I didn't even get a chance. I'm not sure how I feel about that super fast strategic map. Contact bearing 162, so it's the other submarine, right? That's fine. We'll sink that one too if they want us to. All right, tab zoomed all the way out. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. All right, there's our signal, and let's just go ahead and all stop. And let's check our depth. We are, okay, nestled up against the layer there. So here we have a sonar contact that is about, oh, wait, 8,000 yards out. And let's just move through these little things here. I mean, it's obviously a submarine because of the strategic map, right? We know from that. And it's gone. Oh, no, it's not. It moves around, basically. So these little higher frequency things, why can't I'd like to see those. So I guess that what it's showing, this must mean, so medium frequency, low frequency, very low frequency. It's sort of, this means I can see these better, right? For whatever reason, high frequency stuff out here I can't see very well. All right, at this point, really, I can't see anything. All right, we've moved past the submarines. Maybe I shouldn't assume it's a submarine. No, it's got to be. If it was a surface ship, it would be super noisy. You'll note, even though I said all engines stop, oh, I forgot to load my torpedo tube. We're moving at a knot, because I think it just takes a long time for these things to slow down. Oh, here's the range. And the speed of the target. So, is this right? Yeah, okay. When you have a torpedo tube selected, if you hit space, you're giving a waypoint for where you want your crew to send the weapon. Like, you don't have to dial that stuff in yourself. And if I just hit right-click, the weapon heads off that way, whether it's a missile or a torpedo, whatever you have loaded in the tube. Some submarines have these vertical launchers. This also functions, just for me, which actually I could have looked down here, as just a little direction and distance tool. But you don't want to accidentally right-click to undo it, because then, whoops, you fired. So this means it's a sonar contact, and based on having had multiple contacts with it, having pinged it or heard it a couple of times, we can infer that it's moving in this direction. So there's a little bit more information. Oh, right, yeah, see, it's bearing 167. Its course is 242 degrees. So it's not turning towards us or anything. All right, let's toggle through some of these little things in the catalog. It could be that. I'm thinking that. So at this point, if I had my laptop, I'd Google Alpha SSN. Left Empty says it really seems like Tom is active pinging all the time. I've not active pinged once. How dare you? Oh, no, it's not that, because I'm seeing a little, well, oh god, I'm leaning. Yeah, I'm seeing little slight higher frequency What's that from way over there? That looks right. Charlie SS. Yeah, that's gotta be. Oh, shoot. Is it? You know what? I'm gonna lock it in. Should we pop off a torpedo at it? Alright, we're going to turn towards it. Full right rudder. And give it a little bit of 1/3 forward. We are under the thermocline, right? Alright, we could duck. It's going to take a while. We're going to slowly turn towards it. And then fire. And then drift just slightly above the thermocline. Alright, so they did. Our crew classified this as Alpha. Good going, crew. Seaman Beaumont, nice work. Alright, once we get to about 190, we'll fire. Why is the sound changing like that? It's a little disconcerting. Don't make noises unless something's happening, game. Alright, 190. Let's go ahead and fire at it. Is this too reckless? Alright, and then we're going to give ourselves some ballast to go to above 139 feet. Oh, and we're going to tell the torpedo. Do we want the torpedo to go to active? I think we do. We're going to tell it to go active when it hits this point right here. Actually, even a little sooner. Left click and then right click. And we are above the thermocline, so I'm evening out. And I don't want to turn away because it... What the... Where did that come from? Right on top of us? So, did he launch a torpedo that we just didn't hear coming in? Alright, I'm actually going to rise. Okay, good. It didn't... So if it was in a circular search pattern, it looks like it's in a snake search pattern. It would have definitely pinged us there. I'm going to go ahead and steer this torpedo because I know exactly where I want it to go. Oh, uh-oh. It's coming back around. And it is locked on, so Shift D for decoy. I'm going to full speed. Ouch. Let's see, pumps and reactors. So the reactor, when the reactor gets dinged, it's a nuclear reactor, it has to be shut down, which means we have no propulsion until it's repaired. How long until it's repaired? I don't want to click on, well, let's... Did it say how long? Can I check the message about how... I think it said something about a number of minutes. Oh. Alright, hopefully this is going to hit him. There's this little guy down here. Let's get down a little closer to the thermocline. Reactor time, 2 minutes. Oh, right, I can't go. But we can use ballast, by the way, to go down. Pumps are repaired. That was quick. You should be acquiring... Oh, it did a knuckle, which is a move left and right real quick to make a weird little distortion in the water. We're going to steer around the knuckle. Not sure that it matters. And the decoy. And we're going to bring it on home, I hope. Alright, here comes the torpedo in your butt. I almost feel bad for him. It's like he's trying to outrun it. I mean, he's definitely hauling ass. Oh shoot! He did a decoy like a jerk. I'm turning it, steering it. Oh shoot! Is it going to pass under it? Oh, that's so annoying. All right, we're going to put it in a circular search pattern. How do we do that? No, that's right. Wait. Oh, I'm messing around with depth. All right, I'm just going to steer it. Stupid submarine. See, as long as I've still got a wire to... Oh. I'm not seeing that I still have a wire. Oh, no, well, there's an icon that's supposed to go here when I have a wire attached. Just, here we go, it's like a remora underneath a shark. Can't make my torpedo go up. This changes the depth of the torpedo, I think. All right, there. Well, now it's on the surface. Dadgummit. This is terrible. Don't go up that much to the surface. Worth it. There. Just... Oh god, look at my depth. Dagnabbit. You guys weren't reminding me. Actually, I meant to do that. Lord King of South Carolina says he's surprised it still has fuel. It's got time to run 5 minutes, 12 seconds. So yeah, it'll go for a while. I don't know why I'm able to drive it like that. Oh, he's surfaced. What? All right, fine with me. It's not what I would have done. Why did he surface? I didn't damage him, did I? No, because that was the only shot I took. Seems ill-advised. Alright. Alright, so we still have that Alpha-class submarine. Did one of you guys look that up for me? And this is flat out wrong. So while I still have a wire attached, which, let's see. Yeah, this is still within 60 degrees of my bow. If you turn beyond 60 degrees, you're probably going to break the wire. But if I still had a wire attached, there's supposed to be an icon here, right? Or once it engages, does it break off of the wire? Uh-oh. This joker. Maybe I'm not understanding what the wire iconography is, but I was clearly steering that. Like, when it goes active, it still keeps the wire attached, right? I'm obviously not clear about how these work. Alright, we're going to level off again right around this. Around 139 feet. We're going to turn towards this guy and just shoot him with a torpedo. How strong is that? Alright, when we get our course to 190, we'll fire. So, rudder is full left. Go ahead and get some ballast. We're going to move up closer. So here's the weird thing that I don't quite understand. Sonar doesn't give you any information about depth, apparently. How is that right? Sure, the reference manual with all of this awesome stuff explains that. Look at this thing. Look at that. You guys study that right there. Learn that before you play the game. Okay, 193, 191, 190, and we'll even out, and we will go over to this tube. Keep forgetting to load these. And we will give it, we'll tell it to go active too. I'm not sure why you wouldn't. And fire it right there. See, look, there's the icon for the wire. Why didn't I get a sound effect of a torpedo firing? Is it because the camera wasn't attached to me? I guess not. Okay, so we'll look here. You know, I'm actually going to tell it to go passive, because I have, if I have a positive contact on it, let's see what. Then the torpedo, without going active, should also know it's there. Ideally, what is this? Great. A third sonar contact, and that also looks like a Charlie. Is that right? Should I go ahead and call it? No, there's a few of them in here. Oh, Charlie 1. Could be an Oscar. Charlie and Oscar are those old subs? We don't know. Alright, I'm going to let the crew figure that out. Left Empty wants to know about reloading tubes. You just select the tube and Shift R will do it. Oh, no, R. Shift R is actually emergency surface, or it's blowing your bows. Shift R is make a lot of noise. R reloads. Is that right? And also, I think from the Stores tab, as you mentioned. But I think reloading makes noise, so we're not going to do that. What is going on with our torpedo? Ouch. Someone patch that up. Okay, it's trucking along. Believe it or not, there's a little wire attached to that leads back to our submarine. No, look! The icon is gone. Did I miss a message about the wire breaking? I mean, it looks like I can still give it... Like, these are the parameters for where to go, when to search. The alpha is cavitating. Alright, so I'm guessing they hear it, so I'm just going to have it... Should I have it go active now? No, I'm going to let it go up here. So when it hits this, it does what's called a Victor 3. Don't know what that is, but we were looking at Charlie's before, so I would have been wrong. When it hits this point, the manual says it's engaged, but I think of it more as activating. And we're going to have it go active with its sonar. Oh, look! I am getting some sort of a depth reading on the target. Alright, there's the alpha, right? No, that's there. Oh, okay, so let's see. We want the torpedo to go to the surface, because look what he's done. Oh, shoot, that's turn left and right. Alright, so we're going to... This is its depth. It can go to the surface, it can level out, or it can... We'll watch here. You can have it, like, drop down. Is it actually showing that it's rising? I can't quite tell. Maybe it doesn't do this until it goes active? I don't like the direction he is moving. Yes, R reloads. Yeah, it is weird. I can still give it orders. Like, now it's active. Yeah, and the wire icon isn't there. I don't understand what's going on with the idea of the wire being broken and what that icon means. Because that icon went away before the torpedo activated. Now, this being red means it's active, right? How do I know whether or not... Like, I'm not supposed to steer this thing in. That was ridiculous before. How do I know whether or not this thing is locked on to this submarine? Common control on a wire break. Okay, yeah, so a wire broke. Which weapon, though? See, because the icons aren't showing up, so I don't know. This is really frustrating.
Oh,
You know what? This... Yeah, okay, well that makes sense. It's just the icon. Because now I can't control this. So the wire obviously broke on that one. It's not broken here. So actually I'm just going to hit R to reload that. You are locked on, right, torpedo? Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. So that's a knuckle. You just turn the rudder hard left, hard right. So the manual says something about torpedoes having a avoidance logic when a countermeasure like a knuckle or a sound decoy is deployed. And I guess that's what that was. It just went around the knuckle. I didn't do that. That's how smart that torpedo was. Let's see how we doing over here. Is this guy even going to engage? Or is he just a lost cause? Alright, there's another knuckle. It looks like it's... Oh, and a sound decoy. Looks like it's going around. And I think he is just useless now. Should I look at the torpedo? It's kind of a silly view. Oh, come on. Seriously? Yeah, he's like right here. Get there, go up there. I'm not going to steer it, by the way. I'm just going to let it do its thing. Assuming it knows what it's doing. I like that. I like that. Wait, what? Is it because I loaded another... Oh, well, there we go. We're fine. Aren't we fine? Where's the wrecked submarine icon? That's it. Right. Okay, good. All right, Victor, if that is your name. Concrete Otter says he thinks he heard a torpedo fired at me. I don't know, Concrete Otter, if that's how it works. Oh, what is my... Why is there all that creaking noise? Nothing's damaged. Well, except my hull at 52%. JC Lebedev notes, and this is weird, the message that the Alpha was sunk is in a completely different place from where the torpedo was. We had 100% knowledge about the torpedo, by the way. That wasn't an estimate. So I don't know why it put that icon there. Alright, so this is faded. I wonder if that means it's an old contact or we've lost it. Enough with the creaky sounds. You're freaking me out, game. Alright, even out the rudders. We're at 212 feet. I'm just gonna hit F9 and listen. And I know I'm going over an hour, which is not... I'm being very bad here. I have to finish this encounter, though. But thank you, Chris Markinson, for being a stopwatch. I would not have guessed that this has been an hour, 20 minutes. And as a matter of fact, when I started streaming this, I was like, oh, this is going to be so boring. Maybe it is for you guys, but I had no idea that time would fly like this. All right, so I'm accelerated. I'm not getting any more sound. Like, I don't have the contact anymore. All I have are the contacts. I'd love to tell these guys to quit cycling, by the way. I have contacts on sinking hulks. So should we just leave? So I'm running at full speed. You know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to come up against the thermocline. 70 there. Alright, so depth, I don't know, you guys probably can't see. Down here are my submarine stats. I'm at 135 feet. The thermocline is 139 feet. We are at 0 knots. We should See, I don't want to know anymore about what my signal strength is to these wrecks. I just want it like a generic, general reading. Like, how can I unselect those things? Maybe I can't. All right, so stopped. We're at accelerated time. I'm not hearing anything. We're going to do the same thing. You do hear those little pings. When Concrete Otter said, I think I heard a torpedo in the water, I mentioned that's not how it works because, and I could be wrong, because I assumed it would tell me something or there would be some sort of an indication that a torpedo was in the water, that I wouldn't have to listen for stuff. Like, that's kind of a weird gameplay decision, is to give me information that is only accessible if I know sounds. Oh, there. So I was about to say, the fact that I'm hearing this weird little pinging, but not getting that yellow line, why is it doing that? And it makes me think maybe Concrete Otter was right, that you'll get an audio cue that a torpedo is launched, but nothing visually. In which case, I officially disagree with that decision. Show me visually something. I should be able to play this game with the sound off. And if that's the case, with you guys are hearing that little slight pinging, why isn't there a visual representation of that ping? There was one right there. Is it just super light and I'm not seeing it? All right, let's just duck above the thermocline real quick and keep listening. I mean, we don't need to chase it down. Let's get out of here and go look for a tanker. Oh no, vessels nearby. I can't leave. All right. I mean, fair enough. That creaking has got to be a factor of my hull being at 52%. And this, of course, you can put into port for repairs. That's part of this strategic level of gameplay. For repairs and rearming, but we've still got plenty of stuff. Here's another thing. The game nowhere, absolutely nowhere, like it explains that these are Tomahawks. Actually, I'm not sure it does. These are obviously the decoys. You got 19 of them. One of the Tomahawks is good against ships. One of them is good against land targets. We don't have either, so that's a moot point. These are, of course, the AGM. Is it 88 and 84? Anyway, a harpoon missile is an AGM. UGM is a harpoon missile launched from underwater. So this is a harpoon good against surface ships. This is our torpedo. All that's pretty much in the manual. If you go to the manual and look up what a MOS is, which is a something submarine simulator, I looked this up. This is your decoy torpedo. You can shoot it off somewhere and have it act like it's a fake torpedo. It's basically a mobile sound noisemaker. But nowhere in the manual does it tell you that. Nowhere. You have to go to like Wikipedia or Google. I mean, I'm going to let that other submarine drive off if it wants to. I'm just going to hit F9. If he wants to come at me, he's welcome to. But I don't feel like chasing him down. My job here is to sink tankers, not enemy submarines. Concrete Otter says, isn't the point of a submarine to simulate the fact that there are no windows on a sub? Aren't audio-only clues a better gameplay mechanic? I don't think so, because information is what the game is giving you. I can't think of any games, like games that involve strategy and tactics, that restrict that information only to sound. You know what? I'm sure there are some good examples of that. But as far as giving me information, that's an important piece of information, that a torpedo is in the water. It's also an important piece of information that I am getting sonar pings from, basically a heading of 270 degrees out there. I should have that information somehow visually indicated and not just as a sound, I feel. And yeah, there's no windows on a submarine, but submarines are lousy with this kind of stuff. Submarines are lousy with avionics and information. So I get what you're saying, Concrete Otter, but I would disagree. especially with a torpedo in the water. This here about, hey, there's someone pinging you, we're maybe not going to show you the yellow line every time the sound effect plays. I'm okay with that. But I would object strenuously to torpedoes, to knowing that torpedoes are in the water only through an audio cue. So we're still at full, so we still can't leave the mission. We're at full time acceleration. Oops. Escape. Why doesn't the escape keep do that? Get me out of there. All right, full time acceleration. We're just gonna sit here. I'm not chasing that guy. I wish they had put into the damage models on the various ships, sort of the damage modeling, the effort that goes into making these waves look so good. It's good looking water. I mean, you know, what game doesn't have good looking water these days? Alright, here we are waiting on a submarine to leave. And to be fair, that's part of, sub-sims require patience. This is not an immediate gratification kind of a game. I don't know, probably the manual would tell me what the distance has to be before I'm allowed to end the mission. Like right now, oh no, that's not, shoot. See, that's the thing, is I can't select it. I'm just getting sonar. I don't actually have a reading, I'm just hearing something pinging me. Yeah, I really, clear these from the target roster, please. I don't care about those sinking hulks. Left Empty said you could go the other way. I'm actually not going anywhere. I'm just sitting here completely quiet. Left Empty says he obviously can't ping you properly, otherwise he'd be closing in. What that does say, though, is that he's looking for me, right? Otherwise he would turn that off. Should I send a ping out to him? We do have 3 torpedoes. That creaking really is ominous. I could go to the surface and raise the little radar detection mast, which is kind of like a periscope, but instead of launch transient bearing 30. What? Wait a minute. Hey, where is that on the map? Look. And is a launch transient the same as a launch? Wait, don't send that message away. No, you stay there, message. See? Oh, Concrete Otter's basically right. There was a sound effect, there was a message, and now it's gone. There's no indication here where it was. Wait, what was the 30? 30 degrees? Which should be from up here? Or off, no, 30 degrees off of my bow, I'm assuming, which is, this thing just fired something. Alright, well, we're gonna go below the thermocline. Ballast down. 33, 30. Left Empty says now I should go active sonar. What? Really? I don't want to. Never go active sonar. Yeah, Left Empty saying is if you heard a fire, if there was that launch message, it means he's got a solution. He can't reveal. I can't reveal much more than he already knows. So therefore, I should go active, or maybe it's a bluff to get me to reveal myself. That would be pretty cool if the AI did that. Maybe it does. All right, I'm gonna send one ping. Oh, wait. You have to turn it on longer than that. Active sonar. All right, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Oh, God. All right, so we have him there. God, get those other things out of my queue. Let's launch at him, right? I mean, if he wants to launch one at me, fine. Two can play that game. Oh, the wire broke. So it says sometimes that happens as soon as you launch, the wire breaks. All right, fine. We'll launch another one. Why'd the wire break a second time? Ugh, these torpedoes have defective wires. I mean, it's not like I'm going too fast. All right, we're going to try our last one. It's poor form to just spit out a bunch of torpedoes. There we go. That wire didn't break. All right. So we're right below the thermocline. Okay, so this is, I guess, showing like where our torpedoes is going level at this point. When it hits this engagement range, it's going to stay passive. Keith Leith wants to know if I'm diving. I shouldn't be. Looks like I am. It looks like I did gain some extra depth. No, I'm not. I'm holding there. The thing I was wondering about is if this layer, if this thermocline is right at 139 feet, shouldn't you take into account the height of the submarine? Like, does that have to do with, like, is it right along my water line to get above the conning tower here? Do I need to go a certain distance below it? I don't really know. If I'm right at 139, am I on top of it? I don't know. So I just went a little bit farther than 139 feet below it. Should I go active again? Maybe I should just stay active. I'm going to turn a little bit towards him. And there. Why did... Oh, so even though the wire broke, I think these things did go... They did activate, right? Because they're white? No, what is that supposed to mean? I don't know what a green torpedo versus a white one means. Alright, so he now has his passive radar on. Should I make it active? I'm going to. Tell him to go active. It should turn red, right? Or it turns red when it locks on. I'm not sure what to make of that. Oh, if he's way down here, alright, let's tell it to go deep. I guess because we were up here and we fired, the torpedoes all went like way over his head. Shouldn't this depth assumption be written over here somewhere? Well, this was so presumably, I don't know how the AI works, each of these torpedoes is pretty much drawing a straight line back to where I was. You can do things like have a torpedo go up here and then enable and then go this way, and you can do it from multiple directions. This is probably not a good idea tactically to just kind of hold up a sign saying, I'm in this direction. Plus, I'm giving him 3 signs. So should we go down deep too? He can't be 1,000 feet. What kind of crush depth does he have? And is my crush depth, this should be on here somewhere, is it lower because my hull is 52% damaged? I think it is. Well, these guys are doing a fat lot of good. Although, really, well, it does have a range, 45% target solution. That's what the SOL is, solution. So over time, this number gets higher. Oh, let's look at our relative signal strengths. So his sucks. Don't know why that is. Is he running? I mean, what? Oh, because he's active. Low frequency active. Why is that? This is me active ping. I don't really know what this means. Medium frequency active. So he just pinged me and the numbers didn't change. I'd like to know more about these. I don't quite understand these. When you're at a certain speed, it automatically deploys what's called a towed array, which is basically sensors that string out behind you, far enough behind you to where what's called the baffles, the noise from your screw doesn't mess it up. So this is something other subsims would make you do manually, like deploy it and reel it in, deploy it and reel it in. Cold Waters assumes you've got the crew members that do that. Anytime you're going slow enough, you probably want it deployed, right? That's what the game assumes, so it does that. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Because I thought one of the things that the manual, and this is also the manual, this is just in-game, the same as the PDF that you can download, said something about sonar doesn't give you any indication of range. But that can't be right. You can tell, if you can tell laterally, namely the direction that sonar is coming from, you can tell horizontally as well, right? For some reason, this icon is down here. Can you save games in progress? You cannot, which is fair enough. Alright, I'm going to speed up time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, put that... first of all, don't make that fade, or at least let me... Is there a message log button? Hold on a second. This is important enough that... Alright, weapon, no. There should be, like, time-stamped message logs, dang it. Damage report, nope, nope, nope. Alright. Okay, so there, we just got... No, oh, that was a wire breaking. It made a little noise. Actually, was that noise the wire breaking, or was that us getting a better solution on that, to where now we have a direction on him? So he's super deep going in the other direction. I just assume let him go. Really, I want to go off and hunt... Haha. Sunken submarine. I want to go off and hunt tankers. You know what? Fine. We're turning around. We're going to let him go. He did fire things at us, though. Before left empty, he was like, oh, go to your active sonar. He knows everything about you. I don't... Look at how far... Wait, where'd it go? Look at how far these have traveled. Although they're dead now. We haven't had any torpedo materialize on our screen here. And what is he, firing them behind him? Maybe they can't do that, because these might be like is a Victor a diesel submarine? If it's like an older submarine, can't it just dumbfire things behind it? I don't know. Alright, well, we're going to turn around and just go the other way. Let him do whatever he wants to do. So, rudder full starboard. Time acceleration up. No need to go above 5 knots just yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What is he doing? What is that? Maybe we should go faster. So what does that white dot mean? I wonder if this is the beginning of a target track where you can see the direction that they go. If I was a game designer, that's what I would make that. Alright, once we are at 45, once our course is at 45 degrees, we're just going to straighten out and then run in that direction. Left empty says maybe he's launching them forward and steering them towards you. Yeah, but the problem with that is the wire will break as soon as it passes the plane of 60 degrees from his bow. Joshua Marshall says, "This is how I remember Red Storm Rising, spending hours trying to get a lock on an elusive target, and sometimes drifting so far out of the milieu that everyone had left and gone home." Left Empty says, "Well, at least the noise of the launch transient is loud enough, is distinct enough to make you pause the game." You actually can't pause, but certainly to make you tap that acceleration button. Frankly, if I was a game designer, I would make the acceleration button disable whenever you get certain messages. I would be like with the Paradox games that run in real time, you can call up a menu of, hey, pause the game or don't pause the game at these types of events. Oh, whoops, I've already passed the level. All right, let's turn left. Oh, no, 90 degrees, not 40. I would put, if I was a developer, I'd put something like that in here. All right, we're about at 90 degrees. I just want to move in the opposite direction from him. I wonder if that's a bad idea, because then it puts him in our the blind spot created by our baffles, created by the noise of our screw. You know, I'm going back up to 45 degrees. I'm going to run away at a 45-degree angle. And I am going to speed up time. There's no point not speeding up time as we're steering. All right. All right, there we go. 35 degrees, time sped up. We're at 5 knots. I would love more information about when I'm going to cavitate. Cavitate being kicking up a big ruckus, which is a factor of how fast this is turning and the depth of the water. Because with less water pressure, if this goes at enough of a speed, it kicks up a bunch of air bubbles. With greater water pressure, it can go at a greater speed without kicking up air bubbles. And when it does that, it's called cavitating because it's making extra noise. And you would think that that's something that could be measured and prevented. Like, couldn't I say, stop just short of cavitating at any given depth? Well, I can't. Oh, you know what? So go deeper. Well, first of all, okay, let's see if 2/3 ahead makes us cavitate. It didn't. All right, we're okay. 2/3 ahead. All right, so here we are running away. Contact lost. Does that mean? Nope. Vessel's still nearby. Ah! Ah! As long as it keeps going in a circle, I'm okay with that. Oh, is it leaving its circle? No, it doesn't have us. Good. All right, that's fine. Do we want to duck? Okay, I like where we are depth-wise. I am actually going to turn to 90 degrees and just run that way. Shoot, eggs there. All right, so ahead 2/3, 90 degrees, we're just running away. That little torpedo back there pinging, it's in a circular search pattern, and it just blew up. Haha. And here we are running away. There's another one, and I should not. So he's engaging it and having it do its search pattern just short of us. Which is fine with me. You know, I'm going to actually get on the other side, because we know he's way down here, right? I'm going to get on the other side of the thermocline. No, 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 not a head flank. Dagnabbit. So you can change your depth using ballast or your what are called the planes, basically your wings. And I'm using ballast here because I think ballast is quieter. It doesn't change the water flow. I don't know. I just made that up. All right, we are above the thermocline. We're going to even out, and we're just going to keep. Oh, why am I at 20 knots? That's fine. And I was cavitating. There's an icon up there saying, "Hey, you're cavitating, idiot." All right, I'm speeding up. There's his other torpedo, which is gone. You know, I'm coming around to what Concrete Otter said. Just having an audio indication of certain things, I do enjoy that. Like, I didn't get a message that the torpedo stopped. Still, I would like a message of, hey, we just heard a torpedo launch, and I'd like to know specifically the bearing that we got that. Because doesn't it say with a number? Show me that here. Or let me look at a memo somewhere. Let me look at a report log. Alright, I feel like we're getting away. Let's just see if... Nope, still vessels nearby. It's a lovely evening. Yes, evening. No, morning. Assuming that's the sun. Yeah, which of course it is. No, wait, 90, yes. Do I have a time? Do I have a clock anywhere here? Can I really not tell time of day? I think I can if I bring up this screen. Yeah, we started at 0900 hours. Alright, here we are running away. No contacts. Oh, except two sunken submarines at this point. Still vessels nearby. Wolfox BR says, can you save anywhere in the campaign? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. I mean, not during a mission, Wolfox, but because there's an Iron Man setting, I'm assuming, I didn't verify this, I'm assuming what that does is you can save anywhere in the campaign, and if you have the Iron Man setting enabled, you can't reload that short of some file renaming shenanigans. But with the Iron Man disabled, you can go back to an earlier save if you want to play a mission over. Left Empty says, won't the game tell me when I'm far enough away to end the mission? Oh, you might be right, Left Empty. I hope so. So just a teaser, on Friday, I am 90% certain, which means that I will stream one of two games, which means I'm 45% certain I'll be streaming Dirt 4, and 45% certain I'll be streaming A-Train Classic. That wasn't an editorial comment for me, that was the name of the game. Not A-Train, like Classic. It's A-Train Classic, it's the name of the game. Which is just a remake, it's been out in Japanese language for a while, of the original A-Train. There's a lot of things in it that I don't remember being in A-Train originally. So when it says A-Train Classic, that makes me think it's just an update of the core mechanics from A-Train, but that can't be right. Did A-Train have all these different types of cargo and these different like resource chain kind of things? Not chains, but there's different cargoes in A-Train. And I just remember the original A-Train just having little white cubes that you moved around. Just abstract cargo. I'm loving both of those right now. Wolfox BR says, okay, great about the saving, but how long does a typical mission take? Wolfox is someone we know from the forum. Hi there. He says, how long does a typical mission take? And as you guessed, it varies wildly. As you can see, this has been... Oh, good lord, it's almost 8 o'clock. When did that happen? All I've been doing is moving slowly away from one submarine. For an hour? Really? Left Empty says, the port of the awesome DS version. Left Empty, are you talking about A-Train Classic? There's no way this is a port of a Nintendo DS game. Is it really? That can't be right. Alright, so Left Empty, I don't know if you're right. Let's see if it's going to let me... No, it's still... We're just going to let it run for a little bit. Left Empty saying yes, A-Train Classic is a port of a DS version. Now you mean it sounds like I don't know these different emoticons, but it sounds like you're saying awesome DS version, and then there's some emoticon that implies to me sarcasm. Is the DS version really awesome, or are you kidding? Because the PS version is crazy intricate. Oh, no thumbs down guy. That's weird. Jason McMaster he showed me that you can look on YouTube to see where your likes and dislikes and whatnot are coming from. He was getting some routinely from Poland, apparently. So he's like, hey, go here and you can see where your guy is coming from. Mine are mainly from the US, so not a lot of information. There is someone in Australia who seems to be unhappy with some of my videos. But mainly it's just Americans. Here we are, running away. Oh, no more pings, by the way. The guy turned off his active sonar. Either that or we're outside the range of it. In which case, if we're not hearing it, that definitely means he's not hearing us, because distance-wise, a sonar signal, for its strength, it has to be strong enough not only to bounce off of you, but to go back to him. Because he's not going to hear sonar if it's just sound rolling out and bumping into us. He's only hearing it bouncing off of us when the sound wave travels back to him. So we can know, basically, twice as far out whether he's sending out signals as he can see us. Does that make sense? Math. Alright, I'm hitting escape again. Nope, still vessels nearby. What if this was a bug and I'm here for, like, the rest of the evening? Left Empty saying, no, the DS version is awesome. It's got scenarios with puzzles and goals. It's really cool. Yeah, I know. And it's got a really, it takes you exhaustively through all of the details of the game systems. Super meticulous tutorials, which might bug some people. But once you get past the first mission, and you can just accelerate through a lot of them, I mean, it still is going to take a while. It opens up more scenarios. I think then it opens up 3. I'm sure once you solve or accomplish the objectives in those scenarios, it opens up more. But I'm loving how slowly it's walking me through all the different gameplay systems. The main reason I wouldn't stream it is because I'm still very much working on the learning curve, and I don't think you guys want to watch me play A-Train while I'm doing all this trial and error stuff with scheduling trains and figuring out how cargo works and all of that stuff. Concrete Otter. Yeah, so is that pasted in from Steam? Because the build right now, the English language build goes live on June 15th. The build right now is a bunch of Japanese strings followed by the word PC that I'm playing. But it is localized. Left Empty says, I remember it getting difficult. Hard. A-Train Classic, you mean? Concrete Otter says, that's what you have to search on Steam. Yeah. Really? If you just type in A-Train, it doesn't show up yet? Because you're right. That's not what it's called in the Steam, in my Steam library. Alright, I'm about to have to end this one way or the other. Come on. You know, okay, here's the deal. I'm just going to leave this running. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, but I'm just going to hit F9, leave this running, and then, you know, maybe next time we'll pick up the campaign where this leaves off. Because all that's going to happen here is I get away. At this point, there's no way he's going to reacquire me. Let's see how far I am from... Yeah, look at this. There's no way he's hauling ass behind me at anything greater than, what, 10 knots. Actually, should I speed up? I'm going to speed up. I'm going all ahead full. We're cavitating. Big whoop. Like I care. All ahead flank. There. Is this a mistake? Am I just undoing everything that I did? Let's actually go dive a little bit. Actually, no, we're not going to dive. We're going to stay above the thermocline. Whoa, 139 feet. We're barely above the thermocline. We're basically skiing the thermocline right now. Although this graphic implies to me that a bunch of our big fat submarine butt is underneath this thermocline. Let's go ahead and go all the way underneath it. So ballast down, and let's go ahead and get the graphic. There. All right, here we are, hauling ass at flying speed, 26 knots. That is serious speed. I'm gonna hit escape. Vessels nearby. Really? What's the distance I have to get to end the mission? I thought it told me in here. Here we go. Leave combat. 15,000 yards. Oh, no enemy vessel can detect you, and you have no contacts. Okay, so he can still detect me? What if I just stop? Alright. Stop engines. There. Let's wait to go to 0 knots. There's no way he can still detect me. I'm super quiet. You know what? We're going to rig for silent running, too. There. Why are we sinking? Hold on. What's going on? My submarine is sinking. Oh, I've got flooding? When did that happen? Dagnabbit. Alright. Rise, rise. Alright, now we're rising. Oh, I know what happened. When I told them to rig for silent running, repairs stop. So they had stopped whatever flood control they were doing there to keep it from flooding. That's kind of funny. Alright, there. Even out. Oh, and I hit... There. Okay, now we're... Shoot. All stop. I'm just gonna hit Alt-S. Rig ship. Yeah, look, when I rig for silent running, this starts flooding. That's kind of cool. Alright, so everything stopped. There's no way he's detecting me right now. He doesn't have active sonar going. I probably should have turned before I did this. Alright, let's hit escape. No, vessels nearby. We need to move away to leave the area. Well, that's what I was doing. Alright. I'm going to accelerate. Head standard. We're cavitating, yes, so we're not silent running anymore. Is there some way, like, I can tell them to repair? I don't know. This little wrench icon, of course, is the repair crew. If they go somewhere else, does that start flooding? Okay, whatever. Alright, F9, we're running away some more. We're supposed to leave the map area. Lefty says, I'd go flank and build up distance and go deep to not cavitate. No, I'm cavitating. Alright, let's go deeper until this icon goes away. Passing 200 feet. Yeah, damage control is fine with the flooding. Passing 300 feet, and we're not cavitating. All right, so I'm going to level out, and just to be safe, let's just head straight north. There we go. And speed up. Time is sped up. Here we go. Running away. 20 knots. No, we're cavitating if we go to full speed. If we go all ahead standard, we don't cavitate. Okay, let's try it now. Seriously? Oh, have Iron Man turned off. this point, I think it is a bug, right? Like, shouldn't it let me... This is a little insane. There's no way he's followed me way the hell out here. Am I supposed to reach this? That can't be right. That can't be right. Alright, we're gonna head towards that. I mean, I've finished missions before where I sink everybody and that ends the mission. Or I die, more likely. Doesn't it say? Let's see. To end the mission... To end combat, use escape to enter the mission menu. Alternatively, sailing to the limits of the map does it. Alright. You can leave combat as long as no enemy vessel can detect you and you have no contacts. So by can detect you, does that mean theoretically he could detect me? Oh, your submarine has no significant flooding. Well, no, because that's not redded out. It's this, no vessels nearby. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to have to make a run for the red border. That seems a bit much. Good lord, how long is that going to take? A long time. Alright, well, you guys are just going to have to trust that I survived this mission. I consider this a victory. Sarah Palin's contribution to the Cold War in this Los Angeles-class submarine. I think she's earned herself a medal and a promotion to President of the United States. Yep. President Sarah Palin now. It's an improvement, a step up. Thank you guys for watching. Come on back Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Most likely Dirt 4 or A Train. 90% chance one of those two. We'll see. You can find me on Twitter at QT3. Appreciate any thumbs up for this stream. Any subscriptions, of course. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/TomChick. Left Empty says, yeah, it seems like there is a bug sometimes where this happens. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm just going to leave the computer running until I get to this red bit here. So, alright, thanks everyone. Hope everyone has a good week. Hope everyone enjoys the circus tomorrow morning, if you're going to tune in for that. I actually don't think it's going to be as exciting as some folks are hoping, but I'll be watching. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care. Cheers. Oh, what is it, Fatty?